Hi everybody, I'm Ernie and I love America. Hope everybody's doing well today. It's a beautiful day here in Colorado. Let me see if I understand the liberal mind. It's alright to ask bogus questions about Sarah Palin, about her children, her husband, about the pregnancy of her daughter, and to question a wardrobe paid for by the Republican National Committee. But if you happen to ask little crybaby Joe Biden something about his family, or a couple of tough questions about Marxism and socialism or whatever, then they cry foul and tell the Florida television station, which is where this all happened, that they will no longer be allowed to ask the Messiah or his people any more questions. Does this sound like hypocrisy and doublespeak to you? That's kind of what it sounds like to me. And as you know, Obama never really has answered any questions. We still don't know who the hell he is. We're not even sure where he was born. The election's getting close, folks. You got to take a look at this guy, Mr. and Mrs. Liberal out there. You gotta go in that voting booth and vote your own conscience by yourself. You don't know who you're electing. I don't even know who you're electing. But this will be if he is elected, it'll be the most secretive administration that you or I will ever see in the history of this world. So if he's elected, I don't know what you're gonna. I don't know what to tell you to expect. Okay. And now for the naysayers who constantly write me and comment and tell me that socialism, communism, and Marxism have nothing in common. I've got some information for you. I got all this from Encarta. I may not be able to get all this in one tape, but I may have to go to a part 2. So I guess you could probably consider this as part 1. I'm going to read this straight from the information that I got from Encarta, and Encarta is a pretty good place to go to find the information. Socialism was originally based in the working class and has generally been opposed to capitalism, which is based on private ownership and free market economy. Socialists have advocated nationalization, government ownership and control of natural resources, basic industries, banking and credit institutions, and public utilities. Although the ultimate aim of early socialists was a communist or classless society. Did you get that? Socialism, communism? Later, socialists have increasingly concentrated on social reforms within capitalism. All right? Now, compared to communism, the terms socialism and communism were once used interchangeably. Let me repeat that. The terms socialism and communism were once used interchangeably. Communism, however, came to designate those theories and movements that advocate the abolition of capitalism and all private profit. Sound familiar? Sound like anybody you know? Sounds like Obama, doesn't it? Spread the wealth. And all private profit by means of violent revolution if necessary. This doctrine was originally put forth by German theorists Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. Vladimir Lenin, who headed the Soviet government after the Russian Revolution of 1917, defined a socialist society as one in which the workers, free from capitalists, got that? Free from capitalist exploitation, receive the full product of their labor. Right, Obama. Most socialists denied the claim of communists to have achieved socialism in the Soviet Union. They regarded the Soviet government as an authoritarian tyranny. The modern socialist movement, as distinguished from communism, had its origin largely in the late 19th century. The worsening conditions of the proletariat, or workers in Western Europe, had not brought about the class war predicted by Marx. Poor guy. I don't know how he can handle the disappointment. Anyway, Many socialist thinkers began to doubt the necessity of revolution and to revise other basic tenets of Marxism. Marxism, communism, socialism, all in one paragraph, okay? They declared that socialism could best be attained by reformist, parliamentary, and evolutionary methods, including the support of the middle class. That's all the liberals and Obama talk about, is support of the middle class. Does this ring any bells with some of you liberals? Does this say anything to you at all? Obama, Obama, Obama. This is almost his resume, for God's sakes. All right? Radical intellectuals who consider themselves the heirs of the 18th century Enlightenment began to use the term socialism in the first half of the 19th century. The principal early theorists were British businessman and philanthropist Robert Owen. Look these people up. And French writers and socialist crusaders Claude Henry de Saint-Simon and Charles Fourier. They developed concepts of ideal societies to be attained through the spread of education and expansion of cooperative communities. Sound like Obama? These theorists were later dubbed utopian socialists. That's what the left wants. Utopia. Everybody will be happy. Right. The utopian socialists for their belief in ideal societies or utopias. Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels regarded the utopian socialists as the forerunners of their own concept of scientific socialism or communism. Now, I want you guys who disagree to write back and disagree, because this pretty well explains everything to you. The utopian socialists, like their followers and successors, objected to capitalism on moral and practical grounds. Capitalism, they claimed, was unjust. It exploited workers, degraded them, transformed them into beasts or machines, and enabled the rich to get richer while the workers faced misery. Ever get a job from a poor man? They also claimed that capitalism was an inefficient and irrational mechanism for the development of society's productive forces. It's just the opposite. For example, it underwent cyclical crises, recessions and depressions. That's the way of the world, caused by overproduction or underconsumption. Nor did capitalism provide work for all, allowing human resources to remain unused or underutilized. Moreover, it produced luxuries instead of necessities. Socialism in this early stage could be seen as a reaction against the alleged emphasis of 18th and 19th century liberalism on individual achievements and private rights at the expense of the welfare of society as a whole. Yet socialists, in common with liberals, were committed to the idea of progress and the abolition of aristocratic privileges. So there shouldn't be any rich people anywhere. We should all spread the wealth. Unlike them, socialists denounced liberalism as a facade behind which capitalist greed could flourish unhindered. I've got some more to say about this, but I don't want to run really long tapes. But I'll give you number 2 here in a week or two, hopefully before the election. But please, remember who Obama is. He doesn't answer any questions. He hasn't given us any proof of who he is. We don't even know who he is. Biden is a putz. Very, very close to being an idiot. I don't know why he changed him. Biden and Obama don't even like each other. And yes, Sarah Palin could be a president. Joe Biden, I don't know what the hell he'd do. He'd probably go home. I have no idea. But hey, thank you for listening. Thank you for all the new subscriptions and all you new friends. I really, really do appreciate it. God bless this country. God bless the USA. God bless everybody in this country. And remember, we got people over there dying and fighting for us. And they deserve our prayers and our commitment and our backing and our loyalty. Loyalty is something that we need back in this country. All right? Thank you for watching. God bless America and all the people involved in keeping me and you safe, or you and I safe. All right? God bless you, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you.